Namaste. Welcome to Yoga for Life with Antoni. Today is a total body yoga strong class with an emphasis on the breath and the nervous system. We're going to be taking our nervous system from fight or flight into rest, digest, and heal. Parasympathetic, healing to the body and the soul. Let's find mountain pose, standing at the top of our mat. Our feet are going to be straight. We're going to lift and spread our toes so that we find that arch in our feet. We're going to bring our shoulders back and down, dropping our hands to our side. We're going to bring our ears back without lifting the chin. And then we're going to lift up through that imaginary string tied to the crown of your head without lifting the chin. We're going to take a big cleansing breath in through the nostrils, taking as much air in as you can. We're going to slowly release it either through nostrils or a tiny little hole in the mouth. Let it all out of your lungs. Do that again. Slow the exhale down. And again. Next time you inhale, just let your arms float up. The arms are straight. The shoulders are still hugging down the back. And then with that exhale, you're going to slowly release your hands to your side. Try to match your arm movement to your breath, not the reverse. And again, we're using either nostrils only to breathe or nostril and pursed lips. One more time. And release. Now bring your feet and your legs a little wider. Kind of softly bend the knees and just twist the upper body, letting their arms swing. Keep breathing, never holding breath. And let's find mountain pose again. Remember those feet, arches lifting, toes lifting, shoulders back and down, ears back. Next time you take that deep inhale through your nostrils, just let your arms float. Let your chest float and even your chin float upward. And then as you exhale, you're bending at the hips and the knees, not the back. You're gonna let your head hang and swing. Unless you have high blood pressure, glaucoma, then keep it above your heart. We're gonna do a half lift, which means you're either gonna come to fingertips or to shins and straighten legs and back. And then you're gonna bend and fold again and step back to downward dog. If this is too difficult for you, please check out my chair yoga classes. And then just pedal your feet, pedal your feet. And then come into tabletop gently and slowly. If this hurts your knees, put a mat under your knees, or again, check out my chair yoga. You're gonna bring hands under your shoulders, spread your fingers. You're gonna bring knees under hips. You're gonna tuck your toes under. And on the inhale, you're gonna arch your back, drop your belly, lift your chin. This is called cow. On the exhale, you're gonna push the floor to lift and round your spine and tuck your chin in. This is called cat. Flow with your breath, inhaling through the nostrils into cow. Exhaling through the nostrils or pursed lips into cat stretching. And one more time. And then back in the center, releasing your toenails. If your hands need a break, come onto your fists, that's optional. And you're gonna bring shoulder towards hips in a side bend on the exhale. This is a modified wagging the tail. One more set, twisting on the exhale. Use your breath. Back in the center. Let's find that hands under shoulders, knees under wrists, knees under hips. Tuck your toes, lift up into downward dog. Take a deep inhale. On the exhale, you're gonna come into plank. So you're gonna bring shoulders over wrists. You can even come to your knees, but your knees are behind you. And you're gonna exhale. On the inhale, you're gonna bend your elbows without letting them go out to the sides too far for chaturanga, knees or toes. And then you're gonna dip back into puppy pose, sliding your hands And then you're going to bring your hands back. And you're going to bring your pelvis towards the earth as you lift your chest into cobra. And then we're going to go back into downward dog. Again, I have these same classes with the modification of a chair if this is too difficult. And then we're going to walk it in. If your hands don't reach the floor, you can use books or blocks. We're going to do that half lift with straight legs and straight back. And then we're going to bend and fold, and we're going to bring the weight into the heels, okay? That's important. And we're going to sit down in a chair. And we're going to lift the arms. And then we're going to rise. We're going to come into like Y arms. Lift the chest, lift the chin, release, and twist it out. Let out and exhale. Ha. Are you ready to do that 2 more times? Those are called sun salutation. Let's find mountain pose. Inhale, float, lift. Exhale, hinge. Inhale, halfway lift. Backs and legs straight. Exhale, bend to fold. Step back to downward dog. And take a breath. Pull your shoulders down your back. Push your hips back and up. Then on your next inhale, come into plank on knees or toes. Shoulders over wrists. Then bend your elbows on the next inhale for chaturanga. Knees or toes. And then we're going to come forward into our up dog or cobra. Up dog just has the knees lifted. And then we're going to push back into puppy pose. My hips stay up. My chest drops. And we're going to come back into that tabletop position. Knees under hips. Hands under shoulders. On the inhale, you're going to lift right arm, left leg. You're going to lower the left hip so it's even with the right arm. You're going to reach. And then on the exhale, you're going to crunch. Knee towards elbow. They don't have to touch. Inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, reach. Lower that left hip. Make it even. Take a good breath. And switch side. Left arm, right leg. Lower right hip. We don't want that hip hiked up. Inhale, exhale, crunch. They're not actually touching elbow to knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch. Feel your core working. 1 more. And reach. Take 3 breaths. Just take 1 deep breath, sorry. This is my 20-minute class, not my hour class. All right, tuck your toes. Lift up to downward dog. Walk it in. We're going to take that half lift. Straight legs, straight back. We're going to fold. Bend the knees, bring the weight in your heels. Inhale to lift arms in chair. Inhale to rise. Big Y. Why am I here? To get stronger, live longer, and feel better in the body and mind. And let's find mountain pose for 1 more sun salutation. This time, nothing, no hands and knees, okay? Let's find mountain pose. Every time you take the time to find mountain pose, you're working on your posture muscles. The body remembers. Inhale, lift. Lift, it's a little back bend this time. Exhale, hinge. Here and here, not your back. Halfway lift to straighten legs and arms. And back. And bend the knees to fold. Downward dog. We're going to take a few breaths here. We're going to pull our shoulders down our back. We're going to bend our knees to pull our hips back and up. And then we're going to reach those heels downward. Taking those breaths. Next time you inhale, come into a plank. Hold it on the exhale. Inhale, come to chaturanga. You can be on your knees or toes. Rock forward and up into your cobra. Bring your hips back and up. Slide your hands forward. Bow your chest for puppy pose. And then walk your knees in. And come back to downward dog. And walk it in. All right, we're going to half lift. Legs and back. We're going to bend and fold. We're going to bring weight into heels. Sit in our chair, lift our arms. Take another breath in chair. Remember, nostrils or pursed lips. One more breath. Lift those toes, spread them. Rise, big heart opener, and twist it out. We're done with our sun salutations. All right, we're gonna step back into high lunge. Feet are on railroad tracks, right heel lifts, step it back. Keep space between your feet. Keep that heel lifted. If you can't, bring the heel down. We're gonna bend both knees, and we're gonna lift our arms overhead. We're gonna pull our shoulders down, lift our chin, lift our chest. Both knees are bent. My front knee is not wiggling, it's centered. Right in the center of the foot. And breathe. Let's practice those nostril or pursed lip breaths. And then we're gonna try warrior three. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring this foot forward. We're gonna bend both knees. We're gonna try to keep that back straight. And on the inhale, we're gonna lift that back foot. Exhale, release. Bring your arms out to your side, lift. Release with your breath. Warrior three. Keep doing that for 3 more, or try and hold for 3. Legs can be bent or straight. Your back will tell you if it hurts or you can't do it, bend those knees. Slowly, with control, come out. Release. Bring those soft knees and toes out and do some hip circles. We are circling with the hips. We're also tilting forward, tilting back, and change direction. You can add in some wrist circles. If wrist circles hurt, then you're just gonna press your hands in namaste. And shake it out. We're gonna go to the other side. We're gonna lift that left heel, step it back on railroad tracks. There's space between my feet, right to left. We're gonna bend both knees, keep the back heel lifted, and keep this front knee in the center. Lifting the arms, chest and chin for warrior one. 3 breaths, nostrils or pursed lips. Take your time on each exhale, making it complete. That's what really gets to that nervous system. If this is difficult, widen your feet right to left. Or use my chair yoga pod. List, not pod, list. All right, we're gonna bow forward. Arms out, walk that back foot forward, preparing for warrior three. On the inhale, lift. Exhale back. Inhale, lift. Exhale back. Both knees are bent. And then you can do 3 more, or you can hold for 3. Bent knees if it's hard or your back hurts. Straight legs if it's fine. Slowly come back, release, and shake it out. Now we're gonna do wide legs. We're gonna turn left foot catty corner, bend that knee right over the middle toes. Come to pinky toe side on that back foot, and bring hips over shoulders. Arms out, palms up, hug the shoulder blades down your back. Look straight ahead to your left hand, keeping that knee bent. 3 breaths in warrior two. Slowly exhaling through nostrils or pursed lips. It's okay if you have 4 breaths. I'm actually doing 4 because I'm talking. Namaste hands. Side bend, not front bend. Side bend, look where you want. 3 breaths, side angle warrior. Keep that front knee right in the center. Don't let it travel inward. Stay on the pinky toe side of that back foot. And back up, let's switch sides. Right foot goes catty corner, knee bends right over it. Pinky toe side, left foot. Hips and shoulders in alignment. Arms out, palms down this time. Hug shoulder blades down. Bring ears back. Take 3 breaths, or 4, in warrior two. Look where you want. Keep your eyes steady. Keep your exhale slow and complete. Nostrils or pursed lips, y'all. Going from warrior two to side angle warrior with namaste hands. 3 breaths, y'all. Or 4, depending on your breath. Just hold it as long as I do. And back up. Namaste hands. Toe heeling in. Just shake it out. And now we're going to go down to the floor. So find mountain pose. We're going to do a series of bridges. Inhale to lift the arms. Exhale to fold. Halfway lift. And fold. Step back to downward dog. We're going to do a quicker vinyasa. So on the inhale, downward dog. Inhale, plank, knees or toes. Inhale, chaturanga, knees or toes. Coming forward into cobra. And bowing into puppy pose. And then we're going to come onto our back. For the last few minutes of our yoga class, we're going to set up for bridge. So if you move your feet in different directions, you will have different body parts you'll be working. We're going to start with the traditional, which is the main glutes, the gluteus maximus, gluteus medius. We're going to walk our heels as close to the sit bones as we can, the butt bones. We're going to keep our knees in the center, in line with the hips and feet. We're going to lift and spread the toes. Arms come out to the side. Chin is straight. And you're going to squeeze and lift on the inhale. Exhale, relax. Squeeze and lift. Don't let those knees splay out. Exhale, relax. And again. And then we're going to squeeze and lift as high as we can. Bring the weight pressing into your heels. Squeeze those butt cheeks. Lift those hips. Let's take 3 nostril breaths. Or pursed lips. And then we're going to pulse. We're going to pulse. And squeeze. And squeeze. And squeeze. And 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. And release. Widen your feet and do windshield wipers as you look in the opposite direction. Inhaling center, exhaling, twisting. You can let it out of your mouth. And then we are going to bring our right foot into that pigeon pose, that figure 4. We're going to work on that left glute. As we squeeze and lift, exhale, relax. Squeeze and lift. Exhale, relax. 1 more time. And then we're going to hold it for 3. Watch those exhales, slow them down. And pulse, and pulse, and pulse, and pulse, and 3, and 2, and 1, and release. If that hurts your back, just continue with your basic bridge with both feet on the floor. Left leg in figure 4. And squeeze and lift on the inhale, and exhale, lower. And again, and lower, and again, and lower, and 1 more time, and breathe for 3. And pulse for 7, and 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, and release. Wide feet and windshield wipers. Exhale to twist. Flow with the breath. Make this parasympathetic flow. All right. We were all working those glutes. Now we're going to work the hamstrings. We're going to do that by sliding the feet forward. So your feet are not under your knees anymore. Okay? You're going to press into your feet, the entire foot, toes to all the way to the heels. Arms out, palms up, and squeeze and lift. Try not to squeeze. Try not to squeeze your butt cheeks. Press into your feet and lift. Press and push your feet forward and lift. Press, push your feet forward and take 3 breaths. Try to relax your butt cheeks. We're working the hamstrings. You're going to be shaky. Pressing into the feet, pushing them forward. Now this is where it gets tricky. Don't use your butt cheeks. And pulse, and pulse. It's a small pulse. And 3 more. And release, walk your feet back in, and windshield wipers with the breath. Back in the center. This time we're going to come into a cobbler pose. So our feet are touching, our knees are out. We're pressing our feet into each other, and we're going to squeeze and lift, and exhale, lower. Squeeze and lift, exhale, lower. One more time. All right, this time we're going to squeeze and lift. We're going to press the feet firmly together for 3 breaths. We're working inner thighs. We're working quads and outer hips, TFLs. And we're going to pulse for 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1, and release. Feet flat, windshield wipers. All right, we're going to bring our feet off the floor, knees above hips. We're going to push into our knees, and knees press into your hands and release. And press on the inhale, exhale, release. One more time. And then we're going to hold it. Push those knees into your hands. Feel the pelvic tilt as your pubic bone reaches towards your navel. Your navel reaches towards your pubic bone. And then pulse, and pulse, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and release. Release arms, release heels, lift up to stretch out that belly, and lower down. We're going to reach our feet towards the ceiling. We're going to point and flex, point and flex, point and flex. We're going to come into wide-legged split, straight legs, point and flex, point and flex, point and flex. We're going to come into cobbler feet together, and we're going to press the feet and release, press the feet and release, press the feet and release. We're going to grab our knees to hug them in, and we're going to make circles. Let's follow the breath. As we inhale, we pull those knees away from us, and as we exhale, we hug them in. Those circles getting larger, and then we're going to reverse. Flow with the breath. And now we're going to set up for a Shavasana, since this is parasympathetic. You can bring your feet up on a chair. Your body will instantly go into parasympathetic, rest, digest, and heal. Place them on a wall, a couch, or a chair, or simply let your knees fall in and your legs widen. Let's find that breath in the belly, rising and falling. Now imagine that breath is like a wave. Ride that wave for as long as you want, at least 3. And then you can pause the video and continue, or come out of it as I'm about to. Next inhale, hug your knees in. Exhale, roll to your side. Sit up. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you come back. I try to put videos up every week, and I change them up so we get the whole entire body. Namaste. Have a great day.